Hello, I'm happy to welcome you here to Sevier County. It's good to have you join us today. I'm Scott Johnson, County Commissioner here in Sevier County. Our county has recognized the tremendous work that the Sevier County Archive and Heritage Association or Services has been providing for our county. And so we have budgeted $17,000 of our ongoing general fund money to these efforts. We've also provided for them an office space here in our building. And it's an office space that meets their needs, and we're glad to have them here in our building and to join with us. There have been many people in the community that have also donated time and money. We recognize that. But the needs that we have today is for ongoing funding. And those needs are always going to be present in an organization and efforts like this. But we think that this presentation will also outline the benefits to our state, and also would outline the problems that we have and the ongoing needs, so we can meet the needs of residents here in our state, and particularly in the rural counties that we have. Thank you for joining with us today.
I'm Elaine Wayland, and I'm a member of this wonderful board of directors. And I'd like to just introduce to you each one of them. It's amazing because we're representing each part of the county, and we've worked hard for 3 years to establish this program. Our hearts and souls are in this because we've all been had our careers here and raised our families, and this is just vitally important to us for the future. First we have Carol Lee Johnson, and then Jeannie Nielsen, Tudor Ogden, and Jennifer Nikowski. And we're just excited to share this with you now.
We are here with Sevier County Archives and Heritage Services, and we are a history hub. This is our model, and we are in the center of that as an archive, where we work with all of these partners, which include museums, the Sons and Daughters of the Utah Pioneers, libraries, and other historical entities throughout our county. And we work together to bring this history together. We don't want to do things twice. And so this helps us to just be organized and to do it one time. We have many people who are volunteers who give of their time, and 54 people. 14 mayor-appointed historians, one from each city, who are appointed to gather the history of their city. 15 advisory board members, who include these people, and 5 directors. We have 14 community consultants, 1 county commissioner, 1 grant advisor, 1 technology support person, and 3 processing assistants. Full-time, we have hired 1 archivist in training and also an assistant to her part-time. These people are key in getting the information. Our job is to gather, preserve, and share this information, and we are ready to do that. We have an well-equipped office where we have equipment that is state-of-the-art. And we are beginning to gather and preserve the information, and we are well on our way to sharing that information and making it searchable on our website. What we do, we coordinate with our history partners. We have historic collections. We are not a museum, but we do this with our archives. We do training and education to all of our people who work together to gather our information. We work with family history. We have a website with public access, and we will give assistance to those who want to research. And why do we do all of this? Why do we love to gather and preserve our history? And we like to say this at the end of every one of our meetings. It's because, just 'cause.
Commissioner Johnson touched on the funding for our program, and we have been fortunate to find sources that have helped us to get this program up and running, and it's really a high quality program. But we realized that it needed to be something more ongoing and sustainable. So we decided we needed to look at the other rural counties and see what was happening with them. And we called it our Rural Heritage and Archives Initiative. There are 19 rural communities, and they all have different abilities and capacities to be able to do the research and the archiving that we would require. You can see all 19 of them are listed here, and they go from the smallest to the largest. The things that we were looking at when we called them, we were looking at their gathering capabilities, preserving, sharing, and funding. And you can see most of them are on a level 1. 15 of the 19 counties have no organized research or archiving capabilities. But you can see that there are a few that have actually reached over and are doing a pretty good job. But what we've found is that a lot of them have no sources for funding. And so that was what we thought we would help look at, ways that we could help them to be able to make sure that the history in their county is not disappearing, because 50% of them are having their history lost. So we do have an idea to present for the solution to this problem.
This is another piece of our programming that we're trying to put together in Sevier County. We realize that we need more funding, as we've mentioned earlier in this program, and this is what our request is from the state. We need to have ongoing funding and assistance from the state to help fund these programs through all of the rural counties. As mentioned, we have 19 different counties that are needing assistance in order to make this work in their counties. Our request from the state office would be $400,000 to $500,000 on an annual basis. That would help each rural county that participates would have $24,000 to help them with a part-time county archivist, and also fund one statewide RUSH program coordinator. We are also partnering with the state partners to provide training and oversight from the Division of Archivists and Record Services and the Utah Historical Society. As we do this, we get the training that we need to help all of these counties across the state. As you know, as mentioned earlier, the 19 counties, we're looking at more of the Class 4 to Class 6 counties that would be needing more assistance and more help. That's what we're asking for.
We believe the Rural Utah Saving History Program, or RUSH, will benefit every county in the Utah state, and we believe that it will help them preserve their history currently for people and for our future generations. I want to talk to you about what the program is, what the problem is, what we suggest the solution could be, and then how each county could possibly participate in this program. We believe the problem is essentially, in reality, rural communities do not have the ability to preserve their history. So there's not a coordinated archival opportunity for most counties. We have limited funding in most of the counties. Collections could be scattered and often are lost. There are volunteers. Some counties have a few paid people, but there's no standardization in terms of training and coordinating efforts. And then we believe also that critical history could be permanently lost if we don't do something now to preserve it. So our solution is the RUSH program. It would be a state-supported funding program, annually funded. It would offer a part-time county history coordinator. The training would be supervised by the professionals from the Utah State, the History Department, the Division of Archives and Record Services. They'll learn many things. Each county will have a person that will learn all of these things: how to digitize, how to store records, how to keep them, how to share them. and they will be trained and have also get additional information on how to get grants, use equipment, and other project funding. So this is how the program works. Each county applies through the state for this program. The state provides the training and the support. We intend that the program will offer inventory, organization for records and sharing and gathering, and partnerships with local organizations to keep our history alive and stored, gathered, and preserved and shared. And our community benefits, we believe, the stories will be preserved so that we can share them with other generations. We believe every community has a story, and together we make Utah's story complete.
I'd like to just summarize what our presentation has been about, because we worked hard to tell you who we are, and also then what our concern is and what we decided to do about it by doing our survey and seeing what was going on in other counties. We knew we weren't alone. And then where this needs to take place in the state and how we need the support and help from the state. And when this would take place, like in our showing our counties and when and how you would use the funding and what would go on in each of the counties. And then I'd like to just tell you the why we have done this. You have to realize that we put a lot of work and effort into this survey and into working with other counties to find their needs. And because it is our chance to survive. We've looked at the past in our county, everything that's gone on, the history organizations, everything that's gone on through the years when the people have passed away or moved, that has stopped. And we are looking not at what we're doing right now, but what we're doing for generations to come. We have put our hearts and souls into this because we feel it is so important. And I want to introduce Tanya Lewis to you. She is the whole reason we're doing this, because you can't believe the people in our county that are wanting to help and to be involved, but without one person to coordinate and put all of their talents and energies and the projects, the things that have gone on in the past, to pull that all together, it takes one hired person to take care of all those, coordinate everything, to be the coordinator. And so Tanya is our heart of our program. She's what we're fighting for, that we need to keep Tanya. If we lost her, we would lose our program. So thank you for listening to us. We hope we've touched your hearts. We have many stories to tell. If you'd like to hear more, there's information. We have information on how to contact us and hear more. And we hope you share our dreams with us. Thank you.